Guys, today we're gonna be pointing out how to increase your observation of Warzone. That way you can start seeing players that you might not be able to see before. Also, the aspect of teamwork, which is always important. If you guys have a teammate that plays like this, make sure you send this video to help them out. All right, guys, we're gonna go into the ghoulie with a pistol, and the trick again is to just see if we can kill a player with a pistol while he's using.
Waiting for me. Yeah, they're like waiting for me.
The fact that I was able to kill him with a pistol, and I haven't played Warzone in the last 7 days since Diablo released, is kind of the point of these videos, right? What he should have done was just played more aggressive, analyze what the enemy is using, aka I was using a pistol, push cover, play safe in case I whip out an SMG, but still play a lot more aggressive than that. But here we are moving on to the first team. He's shooting at somebody. Maybe he shot at his teammate. Well, as you guys are playing this game, guys, remember, analyze everything going on around you. Stop being tunnel vision on just getting kills and getting the win. If you guys ever watch other players, you notice they're getting shot at and they're still able to divert from that team to a whole nother team and multitask just to the most extreme amount. And that's really what needs to be done in a battle royale. Battle royale games are some of the most difficult games in the world because you have this long drawn out 20-30 minute match where you have to be on your A game the entire time. And I think a lot of people approach this as if it's multiplayer, and I know Rebirth and Resurgence and all these other modes are a lot less stressful and they're a lot faster, but when it comes to big map BRs, guys, you've got to be very attentive to the small details going on around you guys. Your ammo count, the enemy's positioning, minimap, your teammates minimap, just being aware of movement, other enemies rotating around. We see so many times people will be focused on one enemy or one area, and there'll be enemies moving around and they won't even see it. It's the wildest thing. For instance, here we have your boy King just sitting here looting. We have Sniper Blue getting clapped by what I assume is AI, might be players. We have pings going out, but still all these pings and comms, and there's a guy on the minimap right there. And here's King Skrull looking the opposite direction. Complete opposite direction. All right, he's now in a 1v2. He goes down. So basically right now it just looks like we're funneling in one at a time. Remember, guys to his left-hand side. It's kind of crazy. He's just tiptoeing his Jordans with that cluster out. I'm not really surprised there, I'll be honest. Again, it's a full collapse from the team just because, one, the team wasn't working together, and two, your boy King was just completely oblivious to everything that we were just talking about. Mini-map awareness, the small details, the audio, all of that stuff. And here we have the tunnel vision. So let's pay attention to the tunnel vision. Guy on the rooftop. I mean, you don't get better than this. We literally just talking about all these things and they're actually happening. Weird. We have literally a guy laying on the rooftop and we are not worried about anything. We know it's a 1v2 situation right now. He's one tap, bro. All we gotta do is shoot him. We're gonna let the enemy kill him anyway. So now we have two teams. So there are multiple teams, multiple enemies. We have to make an educated decision right now. Do we leave or do we fight? You have to make one of those two decisions. Sitting here waiting for easy kills is never the answer. Because when this team, or if this team does push you, you're gonna get freaking 4-stacked and you're gonna be sitting here mad as hell. They're sticking together. Remember, make a decision and make it quickly. Either reposition and run away or fight the enemies. It's really simple if you just think about it. All right, crouch walk in the water. Love that. Okay, we're gonna fight another team on the rooftop. Remember, there's a team on green. Now there's a team on this rooftop too. So we're now doing something I always recommend not doing. We're pissing off everyone around us and diverting their attention to us. So now we could have the potential to get stacked by two teams. We as players have a tendency to put ourselves in bad situations, and I'm guilty of it too, but I wouldn't say I'm guilty to this extreme. And again, we have money. We don't have enough for a loadout, but we can all buy weapons individually, and that's what I would start doing. Green has made his way to the buy station. He's even pinged it. Sniper, Blue, and ourselves need to make our way over there again to play together. We're just sitting here doing God knows what. Wait, did he just took that long to whip out a cluster? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds, 7.5 seconds to go into his inventory and equip the cluster. That's wild. And again, right now, all we're doing is sitting here waiting for the enemy to give us an easy kill, but it's not gonna happen most of the times. And again, while you're sitting here waiting, you have a huge chance to get third-partied by another team that hears all this action, hears all this commotion. They decide to get curious, be like, well, what's going on over there? They come up behind you, you get killed, and you're sitting here mad as shit that you keep getting third-party shot in the back. Savage, it's not fair that I get shot in the back all the time. It's also not fair you're playing like this, man. I'm telling you guys right now, every player is a better player than they think they are. Minus maybe your top players. I think they're overly confident. But, you know, when it comes to just your average player base, man, y'all are better than you think you are. You just have to put yourself in positions to play the game. You're not going to get any better at this. I mean, look at this. We have 0 kills. We've gotten 0. I don't even know if we've actually gotten a knock at all. And we are a total of 7 minutes into the match. So in those 7 minutes, if we just sat there hot dropping in Ashika Island, just getting reps in and getting some awareness and reaction time developed, we'd be in a lot better position than we would be playing this long drawn out game, just playing scared as shit. I love the fact that we're crouch walking where our teammate is literally upstairs shooting his gun all willy-nilly. All right, so our teammate just died to what sounds like multiple footsteps, multiple enemies. And here we are gonna try to contest it. This is a bad idea. We might get a kill, we might get 2, but I'm pretty sure there's more than 2 players up here. And I don't see your boy Warzone winning this fight. Now, you're probably wondering, Savage, you tell us to get in fights all the time. And I would love that. Don't get in stupid fights when you're 8 minutes into the match. Hot dropping is one thing, but other than that, do not put yourself in positions on purpose that are 1v2s, 1v3s, 1v4s. If you're crouch walking all the way up the damn staircase. Because what's gonna happen? Well, I mean, the enemies might not be able to hear us, but if they just start rotating around the building, they're probably gonna end up seeing us anyway. So let's see, let's see right now. Let's make a bet. Oh, never mind, too late. Oh shit, did crouch walk and help him after all? Hell no! The Savage, I don't... No, stop crouch walking. I mean, he was gonna be dead regardless. He never should have pushed in that building anyway, but again, just the crouch walking mentality is just wild to me. So here we are moving on to Trendsetter, just out here setting trends.
Enemy visual.
There you go, lay Claymore on the loadout, brother. Lay 1, that'll kill him. That'll do it. Oh, sorry guys, I spilt a little aim controller on my shirt, man, and just caused a little stain. Oh, speaking of aim controller, I'm so glad you guys asked. You guys are looking to upgrade to a pro controller because you're tired of getting your fingers all lost in the sauce, and I don't get how people hit all these buttons at the same time. Get an aim controller using code SAVAGE at checkout for a massive discount. Links in the description below. You get the options of paddles, and if you have a PS5 controller, or if you go for the PS5 option, you get digital triggers standard that can convert to full triggers. Super dope controller, one of my favorites. Not even one of my favorites, my absolute favorite. So use code SAVAGE at checkout, links in the description below. But honestly, man, look, Trendsetter, that wasn't a bad shot. That wasn't a bad shot at all. He didn't sit there and line it up slowly. It was just a nice little shot. Wasn't a body one at all. Is he about to hit a shot through here? All right, so we talked a lot of shit, and we stayed here a long time. Now let's look at the timer under the mini-map. What does it say? Damn right, Blue's Clue says 1:43. We have 1 minute and 43 seconds before the circle closes in on this compound, which means we'll roughly have another 2 minutes before the next zone forces us out. So we have roughly 3.5 minutes, I'm assuming, before the circle ends up pushing us out. So this gives us time to do multiple things. 1, we can stack this team and push them on the rooftop. It's kind of a questionable option, kind of risky, but it is there. 2, we can position in a better spot and gatekeep. Definitely my recommendation. You will have to wait 3 minutes before you can start fighting these guys and get the kills, but positioning is king. And of course, you have the other option, the last option of, I don't know, buying your teammate back. That seems pretty important to me. We have all this money, and all we had to do is just walk to the buy station that's literally on the way to rotate. So what I would do Get together. Hey guys, let's all go get position, gatekeep. Rotate together, go to the buy, drop your money, get what you can, get what you need. I think we might be able to get, yeah, we can get a teammate as well as, well, a UAV until Trendsetter decided to start spending all his money. But we can get a UAV, we can get our teammate back, and we can start positioning up. And the good thing about a UAV while we're getting in a gatekeep spot is the fact that it might alert us of other enemies around us, so we can decide, is this a good spot to gatekeep or should we go somewhere else? But what is happening actually, instead of that, is we're just going to be fighting enemies from the lower ground. Remember, if you're a sniper, and I'm a sniper main, if you are a sniper, your job as a sniper is to find the best. You said it, positioning, man. You got to get in good positions. Why are we shooting enemies on the low ground? Also, why are we even worried about these guys? Think about it. Think about it. Would you guys rather go in a gatekeep and kill this entire team when they're forced to rotate out because they're playing the edge, or would you rather sit here and just keep shooting the guys on the rooftops where if you knock them, they just get res? If you knock them again, they just get res. If you knock them again, they just get... Doesn't it seem a little repetitive in a bad way? Like, let's just go ahead and move on out. Are they not gonna buy back King, bro? Are they on like some anti-King bullshit? Yeah. Oh, I thought... All right, so he left the money on the ground, I'm assuming, so that King can come buy a weapon. That's a good call. That's a good teammate move right there. But again, here we are in the same spot, kind of. We're a little bit better off. We can kind of gatekeep the enemy right here. So if you look on the map right here. All right, so we are in a spot where we can kind of gatekeep, kind of not. So if they just run out in the open, of course we can kill them, right? Look at all the terrain right here where it's easy opportunities to shoot the enemy. It's not really that long of an opportunity, so you have to hit your shots, but you have that opportunity. However, if these enemies decide to rotate far wide right, we're not going to be able to kill them because they have a lot more cover and concealment. You have to understand this on the flip side. If you are the enemy team on these buildings over here, you have to ask yourself, okay, we're being held. There's enemies here. How do we rotate out? And instead of just running out in the open, again, wide rotate. If you're playing the edge of the gas anyway, you might as well just wide rotate away from the enemies and utilize that time on the edge of the gas to your advantage. You never just want to sit there when the gas starts pushing. Now you're forced to rotate towards the enemies. Whereas if they took this next, well, if they would have taken the minute we used to have, they could have rotated wide right. But because there's 19 seconds now, their window of opportunity is slowly closing or quickly closing. All right, enemies at the buy right here. And again, buy station is a great decision. However, going back to it, we should have done this earlier. No reason not to. Pushing here. Now look at this ridge right here. This is where I would be at, right? You see this ridge right here? This is a better spot. Look at the zone, look at the map, right? If we go to this ridge, we can play this a lot wider area to where if they do wide rotate, we can still have a little bit of sighting on them over here, right? Granted, they wide rotate, still a further distance, could be harder to shoot the enemies. However, it's still a better spot. Also, we'd be close to the zone. We wouldn't have to worry about it. So definitely this hill would be a way better position. It might seem minute because we're here instead of here. But again, look at the angle, look how much more terrain you have to work with. You and your entire team can play this ridge together. If one of your guys gets knocked, they can crawl back using the ridges as a heady, or I guess as cover. And then we can get the reses off. And again, you have 4 teammates putting line of fire on the enemy from the same area, but at different locations, which again, makes it harder for the enemies to understand and counter. But here we are anyway, just chilling. Our teammates are kind of in a better, I mean, they're definitely in a better spot. But again, I don't like what they're doing because if another team decided to come gatekeep us, they can by playing that hill. Remember, it's all luck of the draw on what kind of lobby you're in, but if there was a sweat team in this lobby and they were near this area, they would hear these gunshots, play the UAV, they'd go to that hill and gatekeep us easily. And then both these teams would be dead. Again, observation. I was going to see if his teammate went down, but this is very easily observed. You have got to look for movement. Stop looking for easy kills. I'm blind as shit. I just got new glasses. My vision between last year and this year got twice as worse, and still I can see this shit. Come on, man. What are you doing? See that head right there? See how it moves a little bit? You notice how we could have pinged him to let green know, yo, you're about to die, fam. There's a guy next to you. Like, look how close they are. You see that? If we would have been on our shit, we could have 1, live ping the enemy, and 2, or 2, called it out, and 3, maybe shot and suppressed the enemy, helping out green. But instead, we just didn't open our eyes. And still green goes down and we're not even looking that way. You saw the guy pop on the edge of the screen again. There's 2 on the edge of the screen and still look where we're at. Look where we're at. Now, when you guys are watching these videos, I want you to ask yourself, hey, do I see the same shit Savage does? You might. I'm not anything special, but clearly there's a huge break in skill, or at least observation. I wouldn't even say skill, just there's a huge gap in observation between players with like 3 KDs and then your average player. And to be fair, I think there's a lot of low KD players that are actually really good shots, but unfortunately, because they don't see shit like this, and they never end up getting to reach their potential. So we have 1 enemy and we have 2 enemies. You might not see that. You might think it's a tree trunk, but again, movement. He stepped to the left. He stepped to our left, his right. But instead of noticing this guy right here and this guy, he snaps back to the building. Unable to help his teammates. All right, if oh, blue landed way away from us. Never mind. Oh, luckily we had that bag sitting there still from when he left it for blue to buy his weapon, and we're able to buy our teammate bag. That worked out. Okay, so why are we climbing this, bro? You're better off walking that distance than climbing up here to parachute. You're way better off walking. This is wild. Still tunnel vision on this again. You gotta ask yourself as a player, why am I looking this direction when Pink just walked through here completely untouched? Warzone is safe. He walked through there, so clearly the enemies aren't back at that building because that's where he was. That's where Warzone was at, and he's fine. Taking gas damage again. Be aware. Observation. Pay attention to minimap. Green going in for his loot. Not against that at all. Gotta be quick. Also, I should say this. We should get our loadout. We should have gotten our loadout long ago. But here we are. Here we are. We got a self-res. Nah, fuck that shit. Self-res is garbage. Hell yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying, dude. Don't be a bitch. Don't use self-reses. All right, so we're climbing the tower once again. What are the odds that he's gonna get hit by gas again? I guess after that, pretty good. Let's see if he takes any gas damage or not. I don't know what he's doing. Sniper Blue out here. Look, you have sniper in your name. You need to start really acting like a sniper. All right, he took gas damage, but I'm not gonna hold that against him because he jumped right as he took it. I will hold that. What are we doing, brother? I was trying to like not slay him too hard. Then he dove back in the gas even more. Bro, Pink just died behind us. Blue's also behind us, pinging out shit. But here we are once again. Now remember back to we were spectating King. His teammates were getting killed and he was looking the opposite direction. This is a team that really is, they're in sync mentally, just in a very bad way. So like our teammates getting, well, our teammate's been murdered in cold blood. I don't know about you guys, but me, I want revenge, man. It's my homie you just killed. Okay. We're gonna loot instead. King goes down. Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, shit. Now we're looking. There we go. All right, props to Trendsetter out here.
Advise you load up now.
Now again, this team put themselves in a bad position from the get-go. From the get-go. Most of you guys watching aren't this bad. There's a player right there. You saw him behind the bush, or you didn't. Let's see. He might look back. Look at him. Yep. I mean, he's sitting still. He's sitting still, man. Shoot him. Bro, so many people. Granted, FOV is an issue, but so many people are always like, Savage, if I get FOV, I'd be able to see the same things y'all see. I told y'all it wouldn't save you. Told everybody. FOVs is an awesome, awesome visual benefit. But players are just, they haven't developed, I don't know. I don't know how you not see things. I'm blind as shit. And I can see that clear as day. There's just no reason. And I plan on 120 FOV. If anything, I'm at the most zoomed out possibility. All right, again, though, I want to point out the fact that we have enough money for a buy, but we're not going to the buy. Granted, I know the gas is there, but we could have done this earlier. There's really no reason not. I've already bought him back. We decided to sit there, ping things, stare at the enemy, not do anything, instead of just going to the buy and getting our homie back. So again, another instance of your average player just kind of, and I say average, not as an insult, guys. Just pointing out that if you guys play like this, you're not alone. We may sit here, we may talk about bot this, bad player that, but remember, we all at one point were like this. This is why I made this series, because I know the struggles Call of Duty players have playing COD, and damn well Battle Royale players have playing Battle Royale from the very first time. Even if you're 1, 2, 3 years, if you're just a casual player playing a few hours here and there, it's going to take you guys a lot longer. When I was a casual Call of Duty player, which wasn't very long, I had no life, but when I was, it took me so long to really get the reps in and understanding to become a better player. Once I started correcting things like ADS sensitivity and reticle placement and when to be aggressive, when not to be aggressive, and rotation and all the aspects of not only being an FPS player, Call of Duty player, but also Battle Royale player, I got better a lot faster. Also, the term bot, for those of you that think it's like some wild insult, I mean, it is. The reason why we call players bots is if you guys ever play custom lobbies against bots, like actual AI, you'll see how they play. They sit there and they just crouch walk, and they sidestep crouch, and they just do this kind of movement. It's very all over the place. So that's exactly why we call you guys bots. It's not really a bad thing. Again, we've all been there. All right, so right now, again, it's Endgame. Endgame is when you need to lock it in and slow it down. Unfortunately, here these guys are just playing the edge still. But you guys notice something. We spectated this team from the very beginning, and they're not going to win. I know they're not going to win. Why do I know that? Look at this. One, I don't mind you guys turn around to like look around and see if anyone's behind you, but if you're out in the open like that with no cover concealment, just run. Even if you spot an enemy, what are you gonna do? Fight them with no cover? Not a chance. Run. 2, I don't mind playing the hill. This is not a bad spot right here. We just have to watch out for the people coming down from Zaza, right? Observatory is gonna be super, super packed. You're gonna have multiple teams up there still. So what the hell? So when you guys are playing this ridge, just expect more than one enemy and also more than one team. Expecting that will allow you guys hopefully to not get tunnel visioned, and you'll be able to multitask on different enemies in different fights, possibly. Now Trenton's going down to the right hand side. This right here is a great ravine. I love it. So if this circle comes off and it doesn't favor the hill anymore, I would 100% want this ravine. This is a good spot. I would rather go to the city, but because it's already been so long, these buildings will already be occupied. And again, that's the benefit to rotating earlier. If we rotated earlier, we could have grabbed the city, but because we didn't, again, they're already occupied. The chance of us running out in the open with smokes or not, climb up the ladders, go up the staircases safely is basically 0. Enemies on the ridge right here. We maybe spotted them.
Inbound, marking new safe zone.
There's your second team. And right there, him and Trent just weren't on the same page. Trent went down to the right, we went up to the left. There was just no communication. We ended up running into a team. And so did he. All right, here we have light-skinned Batman and Superman. They are friends after all. That was a good smoke. Now, I like the fact that he's got blue marked. If you guys know the terrain of this map, you know that ridge really well, because a lot of end games end almost exactly in the circle. Even if it dives back to the city, it's still not a bad ridge, especially if you have gas or if you have smoke grenades. Also, does anybody have a new badass Lockman build? Again, I've been playing Diablo, so I haven't been paying attention to the builds. Guy right there falling in. Going with the ISO.
Gas is closing.
All right, we have 2 smoke grenades. Gas has been identified. It's time to move. Don't waste your time. Don't wait around. Just rotate.
Zone.
Yeah, I don't know what Superman's got as far as tacticals, but smokes is our only option. There's one. I wouldn't mind seeing another. Now, what I would do is climb this building here. How you gonna climb it? Like Assassin's Creed, right? Just vault to the side for no reason? No, there's a ladder on the back side. Again, paying attention to map. Again, just knowing the layout of the map helps a lot. Now, there's probably a team in Stronghold, so watch for them. But using smoke grenades, you can smoke out that stairs almost entirely, or the ladder, and climb up. All right, they're not. I was hoping they would show the ladder.
Target destroyed.
Hey, 2 more sets of footsteps above us.
Gas is closing in.
I love how we're sitting in the exact same corner. This is a no. You know, I hate drill charges, but the good thing about drill charges is it contests players like this. Contests. Now, I think it's a 2v2. Could be a 2v3, but I only hear 2 footsteps, so we could challenge this. I'd want to challenge this. If we don't challenge this, we're going to have to fight this team while we're running out and navigating to the next zone. The next zone is going to be random. But guess what? There's 2 other teams left. I know there's one team on the outside because we saw the shots being fired. So I know there's a team over here in this fence line. Got to remember that knowledge. You got to remember fights like this and gather that knowledge, right? The whole thing about Endgame is gathering as much intel as you can. Then we have a team in here. There's one team that's not identified, and I would imagine they could be on the rooftop, which the building I wanted to get, or they could be playing the low ground in the courtyard.
Using drop card.
And again, if you fight this team quickly, when you do come out of here, that was a good stick. Completely luck, I think, but that was nice. Now 2v1 again, same situation. Let's sack this motherfucker, bro. I don't know why we're looting.
Holy shit.
That was a panic drill charge. And still we're looting. There's the ladder, by the way. I want to point that out. I love the fact that Superman came up here. You can tell light-skinned Batman is basically just following Superman's lead. Superman definitely seems to be a better player. He's taking charge. He knows the building jumps. He's doing his shit. So we're going to spectate your boy Superman. There's a guy on the bottom. Yeah. Getting too late to go up the ladder now. Don't forget, there's a team in that courtyard we pointed out earlier. Oh, we have stuns. Rip. This is why smokes are so damn important, brother. Down the right-hand side. Okay, our stun was a fail, but light-skinned Batman had a nice smoke, thank God. It's a 2v2v1. Look, right now, Batman's in the middle of a fight. We just reloaded our MP5. It's good to go. Why are we popping a reload on our long-range weapon while our teammate's in a fight? Now's not the time for that. Jump over this wall and help your boy out. Every slow second that we have is a chance for your teammate to go down. And it sounds like he's in a 2v1. There's one guy. Good ping on our team. Okay, and luckily our team was able to get the other knock and we're able to win. Now the third team's player died his zone, right? I don't know why, but he did. But again, that situation there, he should just jump over the wall, utilize his MP5, and gotten the kills off. Could the other enemy rotate it across? For sure, he could have. But because our teammate was in the middle of a gunfire, I would have rather us be there to help him out and then force a 2v1 if there was a guy all the way across the ravine, which there wasn't. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe today, and let me know. How do you guys like your aim controller?